Yo, yo, yo. Let me roundtable time, B. You know the vibes. Episode 188. I'm talk about the old fashioned wrestling. Let y'all know what's happening. Let me know if I'm sounding copacetic to everybody out there. You feel me? Um, we just gonna get straight to it. Yo, Cody, you need to do something, man. The Rock is flambeing you right now. It just is what it is. Now, granted, I definitely said multiple times that what the hell is The Rock gonna do? Is he just gonna talk us to death all the way to WrestleMania? All he's gonna do is cut promos on the road to WrestleMania. Yeah, I definitely said that, and I can't really be surprised. But I still want a match before WrestleMania. Can you give us just one match before WrestleMania? But that's neither here nor there. This dude, Dewey, The Rock, whatever, aka the final boss. Now he's the final boss now. Okay. He cooking right now. Like he's firing this dude. He's firing everybody up. Brung Mama Rhodes in the equation. Well, let's really be real. You can't like it wasn't him. Like that's what Cody did. Cody basically brought her in the equation. So it just is what it is when it comes to that. You threw out there crying and all that shit. Like The Rock was right. You just had a highlight moment in your career. You slapped The Rock. You paint brushed his face, caught him, pow. And the next thing you do, you crying. Sir, aren't you supposed to be hunting down the bloodline? So last year you was talking about you doing this for your father or whatever. Now this year you talking about doing this for your mother, my dude. You need to stop with the sympathetic shit, cause you're not no damn nightmare if you're doing that. You are making people feel like, yo, maybe this dude Roman just may beat you at Mania again. Cause you're not looking believable. You too damn emotional. This is not a time to cry. This dude is talking about your mom, talking about he's gonna give your mom's his weightlifting blood, his weightlifting belt soaked with your blood. It's about that time, man. This Rock, yeah, this dude, the Rock, like he's just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna carry this whole story on my back, and I'm just gonna talk everybody to death. I can't say it's boring, but it's like, geez Louise, like he's really taking up most of this shit. And then now he's calling himself the final boss. You know he's planting seeds. You already know he's planting seeds. I just say this, please don't tell me what I. They better not do what I think they're gonna do. Like have Roman beat Cody, and then like at SummerSlam have The Rock and Roman for the belt. Oh God, I'm mad at through that in the universe, but when it comes to WWE, can you really be surprised, B? Even when Vince is not there, they do some bullshit. Off the Cuff Radio in the building, Black Star was goody, Dynasty, AOB, Ballet Dancer though. Oh shit, hold on. This shit got. I know this shit didn't get stuck. Okay. Black Saw got a question. Quick question, everyone. Do you want me to do a top 10 heel runs in my 35 years of watching WrestleMania? Oh, watching wrestling, excuse me. The Rock trying to take over the bloodline like he like Tupac on death row. The tribal chief runs this. Exactly. And remember, he even acknowledged it, but we all know that shit was all fluff. That shit cat. You definitely see now he's planting the seeds for a takeover. Or maybe he just, like what Black Star said, maybe he just might be creating his own bloodline, his own stable. I don't know, Bloodline Hollywood, something. I ain't gonna lie, that got a little ring to it. But I remember what Black Star was saying that from before. He was saying that they might end up doing that, like how they did with NWO, Hollywood, and the Wolfpack, and the Black and Silver, and you already know. Speaking of the LWO, like what's going on with them? Like y'all was looking like straight jobbers all night. Like let's really be real. Like they lost both matches. Carlito came out and tried to help out Dragon Lee. He got his ass whipped, and Rey Mysterio just came and just saved the day. Because if Rey Mysterio ain't show up tonight, y'all have been looking like complete bums. It is though, because he's the American Nightmare. That guy that gets there but chokes in the end. I don't know, B. Like that's what it's looking like. He might, because how he's doing, like it's not looking believable. In a way, if you think of it, it's looking worse than last time. Last time it looked believable. This time it don't look believable at all. Let's rewind real quick. The dude won back-to-back Royal Rumbles. The first thing he does, he gives his fucking number one contendership away to The Rock, just like that. The Rock gamed him. Spit some game in his ear. Pause. And he just gave him his fucking number one contendership. What WWE fucked up with, right after that, I'm telling you, they should have had Arn Anderson pull up backstage or something. And, slap some sense into him, pull the Glock out on him, something. Then you have Las Vegas and, Cody Rhodes get pumped up, say, oh, this bullshit, yada, yada, yada. And then after that, have this dude on a complete tear. This is the biggest fight of your career, my dude. What The Rock said, my mommy, I'm going to give the belt to my mommy. Down, she said he'll do one too. I guess he's talking about what Black Saw talking about. Ballet. Yeah. They might jump Roman out and Rock be the leader. Right. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I won't be surprised if that happens. How many times this dude Dewey said he's the final boss today? He said that shit a few times. He said that shit on that Instagram video. He said this shit earlier tonight. The Rock concert, yo. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was funny as hell, especially when he's pulling up the pics on the Titantron. That shit was funny. Little outdrawn. Like they could have wrapped it up a little sooner, but it was entertaining nonetheless. Don, as she said, save it for Tuesday so we can have time to really think about it. Turn the Black Star. Black Star stayed ready with the smoke. He said, I already have the list. But I'm about to drop that link in a second. Y'all pull up. You know the vibes. We're gonna talk about that. SmackDown is currently playing. I'm watching. Well, I think it's over where y'all at. I'm still watching it. I'm behind for like a whole half hour. I think. Drop that link real quick. Got a lot to talk about, B. Triple threat announced for the U.S. belt. Logan Paul got to defend his belt against Kevin Owens and RKO Randy Orton. Okay, so I'm up to the part on SmackDown where the Cash Republic just beat Pretty Bummy. What are they doing with them? Like the fuck? I guess you gotta have an enhancement talent or whatever the case may be. But they gotta win sometimes. Just like Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Well, really Grayson Waller. Austin Theory, like I guess it don't really he's already damaged goods, but still Austin Theory had, he had his time. I mean, he was a US champion and he was in big programs, but Grayson Waller ain't do shit yet. Y'all started jobbing him out ASAP. I see you, Black Star.
What up, Sam man?
What it do though? So what you and Dynasty talking about in the chat?
Well, like I brought up the Rock's heel run, which made me think. What if, or I was just about to put up a list of my top 10 heel runs in wrestling in my 35 years of watching wrestling. So since 1990.
Okay. You said
And
25 though? 25 heel runs?
no, 10.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
Well, I was gonna do a top 20 of a WrestleMania or WrestleMania Saturday through WrestleMania Sunday, but I'm only gonna do that list between matches that we don't give a shit about. So basically, during the Jay versus Jimmy match, we're not gonna give a shit about that. Put the list. Sunday, it depends on which match we don't care about, basically.
Oh man, I'm gonna be off that whole weekend too.
But if you want to hear it, I have it on me right now.
Well, you say he's gonna wait till WrestleMania. Wait till WrestleMania.
No, the top 20. I have. That's what's gonna wait till Mania.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me read Ballet's comment. Yeah, B. Fucking figure manipulation. Telling you. My dude Pete Dunne. Yeah, I know we knew they was gonna beat Pretty Bummy. That ain't nothing surprising. They will probably add lib to the women's title match. Yeah, I'm starting to notice like all these multi-man matches already at Mania. Like, what the hell?
Well, we don't give a shit about that.
It's like that's the thing. It's like, yo, stop with that. Oh, everybody just needs to be on the card bullshit. That's what makes WrestleMania loses its esteem. It becomes lackluster because from before, because from before you had it was just a showcase of the immortals. You know what I'm saying? Like it was people that deserved to be there that was there. We not there just because I'm your best friend. The fuck? Motherfuckers earned the spot to be there. What's good, TKO?
What up, TKO?
Hey, yo, is it me or did Mercedes Moné AEW debut felt more like WrestleMania?
You think so? The numbers say no.
Well, WrestleMania ain't happened yet.
I'm talking about it felt more like the WrestleMania season because it.
No, like I understand like what you're saying.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, like the excitement.
But the numbers, on the other hand, tell a much different story. But that's a different story for a different day.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying in general, like between the excitement and the build, like what is happening right now? Like I'm not trying.
Ballet said Jimmy did a good promo. I gotta check that out.
All right,
go ahead, TKO. What you had said?
Like I'm not trying to completely crap on it, but it's just like I'm not feeling it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember I was saying that too. I was like, yo, this WrestleMania, the season just feels so flat. It's like they always have their eggs in one basket. Like when it comes to this, you can't even call it the bloodline story no more. It's just the Rock story. Just give it all to him. I already gave it to him.
There is a match that I'm excited about this WrestleMania weekend, or this is WrestleMania, and it's not because of the obvious. Like I think that Gunther versus Sammy, that might be match of the night.
Oh, they're gonna cook. They're definitely gonna cook.
That might be the sleeper. For real.
Ballet said, "What's up, TKO?"
What up, Ballet? Always showing love.
That's the enforcer right there.
Like,
Yeah.
but do you guys want to hear the list or?
Go ahead, go ahead.
All right, my number 10 is Tommaso Ciampa, particularly his NXT run.
Definitely his NXT run.
Oh man, him coming out to no music and just getting showered with booze is iconic.
Number 9 on my list is Adam Cole, his ROH run. When he super kicked Jay Briscoe's dad, that alone puts him on the list.
Oh
See,
shit!
I never watched that. I do gotta go back. I was thinking about that from before, like going back and watching like Kevin Steen and Cole, like you just mentioned, or Matt Riddle, or like do more catching up on MLW. You know what I'm saying? Just to expand the wrestling Bible.
Yep, and that's number 8, Kevin Steen. His ROH heel run. That feud with El Generico, the feud with Jay Briscoe. Put him on the list.
Bro, Steen was a monster heel in Ring of Honor.
Number 7, I have Kane. Demon Mask off Kane. Not
Dynasty putting his top 10.
Jericho's Cruiserweight champion, yeah, but I don't really put that on there. Number 6 is Outsider WCW, perhaps the best heel tag team run. Was that Outsiders run?
Overpaid as hell, but yeah.
Number 5 is Bret Hart WWE heel in America run.
Frustrated.
Hold on. TKO, look at that one. That's Dynasty's.
You trying to start with me today, aren't you, Dynasty? Good Lord.
But 5, Bret Hart, his heel in America run was something special.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
4, Triple H, the Reign of Terror run.
Or
a lot of people didn't like that shit. I love the Reign of Terror. Yeah,
AKA the final kill, the final burial of WCW. That's what I call that run.
Fucking Dynasty said that's his number 2.
3 is the Rock, Hollywood Rock run, in particular.
Oh man, the Rock concerts were fucking hilarious.
This one here, yo, is one of the best too.
He
killed it earlier.
I was laughing my ass off at that concert. To me, the Rock concerts were always his most entertaining.
That John Morant little quip. I was like, oh.
I was like, finally. And he brought back the Hollywood theme. I'm happy about that.
Ew. Number 1, Muhammad Hassan. You what?
Wow.
Really?
My number 2. My number 2 is Undertaker, the American Badass run. I thought it was better than the Ministry of Darkness run.
Yeah, man, Ministry of Darkness Taker. That dude was on something with that run.
Yeah, that's why.
And I can't put Taker twice, so I can't put Taker twice, so I had to choose. And I chose the American Badass run over the.
Oh hell yeah! I still say to this day, the American Badass, that was the best shit he ever did. I don't care what nobody said. The American Badass was gold.
And number 1 is Hulk Hogan, the beginning of the NWO. That part of the run. Not the end, the beginning of it. You fucking leg drop Macho Man 19 times.
Okay, those some nice ones. Okay.
He spray painted NWO on the WCW belt. Yes, that part of the run.
You know they was really gonna put the title on Muhammad Hassan. Like,
yeah, they're supposed to.
Yeah, Vince was really thinking about it.
If they did, I would have put him on the list.
That shit would have been, man, he would have had nuclear heat.
That would have been insane.
And like some people would say, like, "Hey, what about Rick Rude?" I was like, I wasn't live.
Man, you gotta do your homework on Rick Rude. Rick Rude was like, he just was a well-rounded wrestler. He could wrestle. He could talk on the mic. Females,
like otherwise,
females liked how he looked.
You out of shape sweat.
otherwise, I would have put Rick Rude on there, but I wasn't alive for his run, so I can't put somebody that he wasn't alive. Oh, that I wasn't alive.
Well, you could, like I said, you could just watch that shit. That's why I'm mad to get rid of the network because they got all that shit. Like, don't get rid of.
They're not gonna get rid of it. They're not.
They're not necessarily gonna get rid of it. They're just gonna censor it more.
When this is over, pay-per-views will stay on Peacock by the time this is over.
Yeah, but a lot of the good shit is not gonna be on there, bro.
Perhaps. I'll give you that.
That's the problem. That's the only issue I have. Like, a lot of the funniest segments are not gonna be on there.
What they might do is make it cheaper. That's what I'm thinking that they're gonna do.
Shit, cheaper. It's really like what, only $5.
No. Like I'm talking about the $11 tier. They'll probably make that disappear.
Yeah, like to get it, like the regular tier is only like what, like $6-7.
No, like that's what I'm saying. Like it will be like commercial free. The $5 tier will be the commercial free tier, and there will be no $11 tier anymore.
That's what I'm saying. It's commercial free for that already. There's no commercials on. There's no commercials period on that shit.
That's true.
Yeah, I'll be watching the network from time to time. It got even like, because remember they censored shit from before, and it's a crazy thing. It's like you don't really notice it like that. It's like it's edited very well.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I just don't know how they're gonna go around the whole editing Vince McMahon out. Now that's the fucking trick, and I think it's ridiculous for them to just edit Vince McMahon out. Like, come on.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. That's gonna be a tough issue, especially because some of the best segments feature Vince McMahon.
Shit, more than some. A lot of good segments came. Like he was the Attitude Era. Vince was the Attitude Era.
I can't believe they edited out the Kevin Nash right hand to the fan, right hand to the man's face.
Man, if they edit out Vince McMahon getting his ass whooped in the fucking hospital bed,
they're keeping that. They're keeping that because Vince getting his ass kicked.
It's gonna look crazy. They might as well just, like what Ballet says, it's gonna look crazy. Like they might as well just get rid of the whole Attitude Era as a whole, and that'll be ridiculous. No Attitude Era, and
it depends on how bad.
Even more.
It depends on how bad things get. If this is the worst of it, then everything will stay as is. But if things get bad,
I don't think this should erase it. Period. Like, yo, that's the work he's done. I wasn't even here for the whole Benoit shit. Them erasing Benoit. Why? Like, just leave it. It's fucked up what he did. Of course,
they didn't erase Benoit.
No, at first they did.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah. They didn't erase. At first they did, but still, you can't just erase. I understand him doing fucked up shit, but you can't just completely erase someone's history, man. Especially when they're a major part of it.
Right.
It's unfair to them.
It's like, come on, like, it's just the overkill. Like, we get it, You don't want to be associated with that person. Cool, but from afar, you was fucking with that you was fucking with that particular talent. Now you just want to be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like brainwashing.
One
In a
thing
way.
you can't edit out is life sucks. And
And they be doing that shit like when it comes to like the next generation. That's how the next generation don't be knowing shit because they try to brainwash motherfuckers. And they look at us like, oh, shut up, you old fuck. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, yo, I was there.
like the thing that goodness. It's just like some shit you just can't say. And it asks you this question, you know what I mean? Like, when is free speech going too far?
When like I'll say this when it comes to free when it goes too far. I would say like when it comes to talking about like the dead and all that, talking about like if you got a relative or best friend, whatever, and they want to, talk about that in a derogatory way, that's ridiculous. And like, cause me, I got thick skin, but I definitely understand when motherfuckers go too far, and I think that's like one of the things where people will go too far with when it comes to free speech or wishing death on kids and talking crazy about kids. That's when you crossing the line.
Like for instance, like the thing that came out about Rogers saying that Sandy Hook was fake. Like, oh God, just shut the fuck up.
Right.
That's when free speech goes too far. When you mock the dead.
Hold on, I didn't want to cut you off. I just noticed something. What the hell is wrong with Oscar?
What do you mean?
She's limping and Oscar fuck her leg up?
35 minutes away.
Yeah. Yeah, Oscar, she limping. That's not good. Naomi came in for the save. They really trying to have everybody on WrestleMania. This is what I'm talking about.
Like, I think it's going to be Naomi and Jade that takes the titles from.
It's not the showcase of the immortals no more. Like, when it was a showcase of the immortals, there were immortals there. Motherfuckers that was grinding paws all year. And they earned that spot. All you got to do now is just be popular on TikTok. And that's it. You're on WrestleMania. Shit is ridiculous.
Did you guys hear?
None of them are popular on TikTok. So
did you guys hear that the AEW roster is already pissed off about Mercedes?
I mean, that was.
It was pissed off before she went there. Remember?
Exactly. That ain't nothing new. And to be honest,
she's getting.
Yeah, they doing Bailey dirty. They doing Bailey dirty ballet. I'm watching it now.
She's getting $10 million a year.
I mean, let's be real though. Mercedes Moné is literally the one with the most star power on that whole roster.
$10 million a year.
Hey, remember I was saying from before, I wasn't mad at her for doing what she did when she went to NJPW and got that big bag.
Not true.
I'm like, she knows her worth. Like, it just is what it is.
It is.
Would you pay her $10 million a year?
What I pay, of course, because I would know how to book her.
Okay.
I would know how to book Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is easy to book. It's just that everywhere. All right, NJPW, yeah, it was fucked up that she got hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's the only excuse when it came to that. She got hurt. But she would have definitely isn't she still there? She still got a contract to fulfill, right?
Yeah, that's the reason why she came to
AEW. Right.
Yeah.
So she's still gonna cook over there. This is that she got hurt. You know what I mean? Shit happens, unfortunately. You know what I mean?
She's not gonna get the match though. That's the problem.
And WWE, remember, she was just a transitional champion there. Only time she had a decent run was when she was with Bailey when they did that whole role model shit. And she was looked at as a sidekick. Yeah, like a sidekick in a way to Bailey. She was never booked properly in WWE. Now look how she was booked at NXT. That's how you book her.
That's because Triple H not Triple H, but Regal did the booking.
Oh shit, got the Henny God in the yo. You know what Henny God? Now you really get you are the god of Hennessy. You can't spell Cavassier. What are we doing here, sir? Oh, Henny God, man. I'm just man. Look, y'all don't know, B. You've been slipping when it comes to you being the Henny God. Now I haven't seen you with a bottle of Henny yet. I ain't see you with a shot glass of Henny. You spelling Cavassier wrong. Killing me, B.
How much? Real quick, how much rates was Ultimate Warrior on WrestleMania 6? Jesus Christ!
AEW writing WCW
Man,
cheeks to these
Ultimate
rest.
Warrior
Oh.
was on fucking every caffeine in the world, man. That dude
Can't feed my ass.
But here's the
I'm
difference with that, Virgo. Like TK definitely got the bread to spend, but it's like, you know what I mean? You're still your company is still hemorrhaging. You know, like you giving out these big contracts. Eventually,
Yeah, they're gonna be broke soon.
you gotta get your money back. You gotta double that money, triple that money. That's how businesses work.
I hope he can.
Because the biggest minus so far was that video game.
He's stupid.
I mean,
But thanks for pulling up, Henny guy. You know I'm fucking with you. Thanks for everybody for pulling up.
Then what I
Virgo Bay said Henny got set tripping, talking about rep. Yeah, like are you sipping? You see?
what I saw the other day. I think it was on. I think it was yesterday, I believe. When like all these WWE people were talking about coming back, how
because
like
it's a
how
new regime.
like how Broke Dollar wants to come back.
Bummy Dollar.
Broke Dollar.
He want to come back?
Yeah.
I guess they told him like, yo, you know they're still hiring over in the concession stand. You know what I mean? You can be the manager over there.
Nah,
He still got some shit on TNA if he want to come back. He ain't coming back for a while. He just forced Rich Swann to turn heel. So
say what?
yeah, I seen that too, and I'm like, I guess fuck it. You know, I don't know. I guess that's his Bummy Dollar version of Swerve Will Not Drive. That's his version of Swerve Strickland, I guess.
Promo.
Rich Swann though.
Hey, he's a black guy with dreads that flip. Fuck it.
God, he's fucking corny.
Well, he did win the world title on TNA, so
he's corny as all hell.
Isn't he a woman beater? Didn't he beat up his girlfriend like years ago?
Really?
No, that I heard about that, but I think his girl cleared that up because he's married. Because he's with Su Young.
Yeah, he's with the same. Yeah, that was the same one, right? From
that's the same girl. She cleared it up that wasn't true. So
he threatened her. He was like,
isn't she?
If you tell, I'm gonna whip your ass.
She's winning show, right?
If that was true, they wouldn't still be together. So
man, look, my bad, Black Soul. Give me 1 second. Shit. Some relationships is just that toxic. You know that. They be liking that shit. That's like foreplay.
Oh God.
Go ahead, Black Star. Go ahead.
I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but isn't she Wendy Cho now?
No, that was the one. That was the one in Impact. She was like a female version of a Japanese Undertaker, some shit like that.
Oh, the one with that sprays the mist.
The Undead Bride. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Try to figure out who she is.
Yeah, Su Young. I remember her. She was
cool for the most part.
Yeah, I guess she was okay. I'm not saying she was trash, but she was all right. No, she was mid.
And why did Hogan say on the studio show they were never on roids? Look at him Look at him in 1989.
Nah, when Ric Flair
why does
when Ric
Hogan
Flair
say-
said that shit on the Breakfast Club, that shit had me crying.
Man, why does Hogan say anything he says?
Look at dude 1989. He looks like a freaking house in 1989.
Didn't he turn his life to the Lord? This dude Hogan, he turned his life to the Lord, and I think he full blown Christian now.
Racist Lord. Racist
They
Lord. Not,
always
not,
do.
not our Lord.
They always do that.
Now you did all that dirt. Now you want to come running to the Lord, man.
They always do that.
They do say God forgives.
Yeah, but he has to do a lot of forgiving.
God forgives, but other people don't. So
Yeah, that's why we're not God.
That's right. Peace to the Henny God. Hey, I need to tell him to stop playing around. I want to see this dude with at least a glass of Henny. Like, come on, he's the Henny God. Like, you my guy, I know, but where the Henny at? And it's Henny Friday too. What happened?
No, what? No one was like no one was the funniest retro heel red ever was Vader's heel red. When Vader was fucking people up left, right, and center.
Didn't his eye pop out of his head or some shit like that?
Yeah, Japan.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
I thought that was fake when I first saw that. I'm not
like
gonna
it's
lie.
Stan Hansen.
Damn.
Oh my goodness. And he
I did
popped
not
it right
think
back in his head.
I did not think it was real when I first saw that.
Imagine if he came to WCW and said, Stan Hansen popped out my eye. I popped back in and whooped his ass. When the ball game over. Put him to the fucking moon.
Oh God.
Instead, what he did was walk in there, beat everyone's ass.
He's an underrated big man, as Vader.
He definitely should have beat Shawn Michaels for the belt. Like, that shit look goofy as hell that Shawn Michaels didn't let him. Like, one Vader assault on Shawn Michaels, it's a wrap.
No, what Psycho said to Shawn Michaels was worse. When he fucked up that jackknife and fucked up his shoulder.
Oh man.
And then Shawn Michaels must have told him, give it to me again. Because he gave it to him again and gave it to him even worse. Look, is this dude tripping?
That's right, Ballet. He never bring the bottles of Henny. Oh yeah, the feud. Yeah, the feud that he had with Sting. That's monumental. I'll give Sting that. Like, he definitely was like Batman to Vader's Joker, or Bane, I should say. He was more like Bane.
Vader. When
Vader had some great feuds. I'm not gonna lie.
And plus, what jobbers pissed off whoever was booking for WCW at that time, because Vader did not give any fucks. Like, I'm telling you, Vince back in the day used to walk up to jobbers and go like, "Who's standing next to me right now? You? Yeah, your face Psycho Sid." Like, wait, what?
I'm telling you, he used to pay dudes $20. He'd bump into somebody at McDonald's and pay them like $20, or he might pay for their meal just to get squashed by this dude.
You're facing Razor. Wait, what?
Like, yo, who are you? It doesn't matter. Get in the limo, pal.
Like, I remember when Razor job or when Jeff Hardy jobbed to Razor, I was like, oh good lord, Razor just whooped his ass. Stop the match. Doing like the only person whose ass kicking were vicious in like the recent days was Kevin Owens. When he fucking powerbombed Sami Zayn over and over and over and over again.
On the apron, all that shit.
He almost broke him in half with that shit.
I'm just glad they still got him as that aggressive tweener, because you can't really call Kevin Owens a face or a heel. He just kicks ass. And I like that. I like the fact that they didn't follow what this dude Russo said, that he should be a florist or some goofy shit like that.
Well, apparently now KO is about to fight Logan for the U.S. title in a
Now
triple.
it's a triple threat. Yeah.
I
It's
forgot.
him, Logan, and Orton. Wow.
I
Yep.
forgot Randy. I forgot Randy Orton in 06. Fuck.
And that's crazy because in a way that does bring a little speculation because it's like, okay, how are they gonna go about that? Like, are they really gonna have this dude Logan Paul pin Kevin Owens so he can keep the U.S. belt?
Well, he can just drop it to one of them, which is a better option.
Now Randy's gonna win it.
Yeah, Ballet. That's what this dude Russo said. Russo said, "Oh, look, bro, Kevin Owens' character, bro, he has no direction, bro. He needs a character, bro. Look, if I was there, bro, I'll make him into a florist. I'm like,
Bro.
get your goofy ass up out of here. What the hell are you talking about?
Motherfucker, Vince Russo, if you were there, Kevin Owens would you'd probably have him dressed like Jeff Jarrett's goofy ass. Come on.
Ha!
There was a fan interaction with Kevin Owens when he was a heel. And the fan said, "Go back to Canada." And Kevin Owens said, "I'll go back to Canada. You go back to fucking your sister."
Nah, nothing could be funnier than now go home and smoke some more crack. That shit had me on the floor.
And then like there was another fan interaction with like Kevin Owens put Roman Reigns in a headlock. and he said, he's like, "Yo, how much you make a year?" And the fan didn't say anything. And then he said, "Okay, here's how much I make. I make $35,000 just this month, and $27,000 in royalties. You're sitting there. I make more in a month than you do in a year. So sit down, shut the fuck up, and watch me work."
But what's your thoughts on this dude, B? This dude, Dewey, The Rock, the final boss. That shit still kills me, the final boss.
Oh,
he's so
when The Rock
disrespectful with it.
in that Instagram promo, when The Rock transitions to Cody cried, and The Rock said, "What the fuck is this?"
I'm telling you. Remember, I was like, yo, Cody, you gotta do something, Cody. Like, you gotta. First of all, this dude is doing way too much talking. You supposed to be hunting down the bloodline. Last time I checked, isn't The Rock down with the bloodline? Why are you not running up on this dude? He's talking about your mom. Talking about he about to hand your mom's bloody belts and all types of shit. The hell, what are we doing here?
This is the only belt that you're gonna win is your blood on my belt. I'm gonna take it off and hand it to your mom and watch your bitch ass cry. I'm like, oh God. Why are you making me happy right now, Rocky? You're gonna win heel. You're gonna win heel of the year by far.
Nah, he's killing the promos. He's definitely killing the promos. But it's like, yo, this dude is really gonna talk his way all the way to WrestleMania. That's the thing that's bothering me. It's like, it's like a double-edged sword. I'm entertained by the promos. I am. But it's like, yo, you're not gonna at least have one match, not one before WrestleMania. You could do a quick little, you know what I mean? Less than 1 minute, real quick. Who's a jobber on SmackDown? Just throw a jobber from SmackDown in there, smack him up real quick.
Austin Theory.
Yeah. Well, he already did that shit, so.
The thing is, like, Rock hasn't gotten his hands to at least get into a brawling segment or something.
Like, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're gonna save that for the go home show. But it's like, why?
Okay, like here's my assumption in this. Like, remember Saturday Night's main event in like the early 90s?
Of course.
If there was like one of those back then, I would say, okay, put him in that. Because at least there's going to be a lot of time for you to get ready for Saturday Night's main event. Have that be your teaser heading into the pay-per-view. Instead, there's no such thing as that. There's no Saturday Night's main event. There's no such thing as Battle of the Belts or something like that in WWE at this moment. So there's no teaser like mock pay-per-view. If there was like one of those, like in the new contract,
Yeah.
of course, put him in a match there. That'll be your TV match. But there is none of those, so you have to do promo work. So check it with the L.
Toph always being messy.
Hey, welcome to the club, Toph.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's the L stand for?
I think the science is both this. And it's the L.
No, that's Cody on Oprah crying his ass off.
Yo, man. But before you continue on, Toph, we're gonna talk about that dynasty. I ain't forget about that. We definitely gonna talk about that in a little bit. But go ahead, Toph.
No, that's it. That's all I had to say.
Man, this dude, yo, he flaming this dude, Cody B. He's flaming him, and Cody, no more crying. That's it. No
That
more
promo-
crying.
That promo was so damn funny, and that's what made me come up with the list.
It's like, yo, for 1 minute, like, was it last year or the last WrestleMania? You was talking about, oh, this is my father. This is for him. And now you talking about, my father's not here, so this is for my mother. I want to hit. No, man. You are a nightmare. Get scary out there, my dude. Nightmare is like, when you
that name only that name was only really made sense when he was doing the Bullet Club thing. I mean, that was the only time the name made sense. Ever since AEW started. Right. Ever since AEW started, that name never really fit him anymore. And I said it before, not last year, but 2 years ago. This is before we were doing the Roundtable. We'll see very soon, because when it didn't work out at AEW and he went to WWE and people were just like, oh, AEW fans are just, blah, 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 blah. Like, no, because I said eventually he's going to start doing the same crying shit that got him booed in AEW is going to start happening in WWE. And then when that day comes...
And people are loving it. Like here's the reason why it don't work. Why it don't work is that, my dude, you got to get focused. And you said yourself, you're going to hunt the bloodline. What hunter is crying all over the damn place and getting slapped?
It works in WWE, and here's the reason why it works. More women watch WWE than in AEW. That's the reason why it works.
It's not going to work in WWE either, dude.
It's not going to work for long. I'm not saying...
Right.
I'm not saying that's going to work for long, but for this moment, it works.
Right. All I'm saying is that when eventually the fans are going to turn on it, and when that happens, then I will like not from anybody here in this roundtable, but when that happens, I will like an apology from certain people on social media, because when that happens, it wasn't an AEW thing. It was just this guy's fucking cringe, and it's
He can't continue to do it. That's my issue. He can't continue to do it. If he continues to do it, like if he wins the title and he cries after winning the title, okay, then all the hate will move to Cody's direction.
Yeah, that's now him crying, winning the belt. You know what I'm saying? After he wins the belt, he cries. Cool, because you worked your whole life to get there. That's understandable. You didn't even get the fucking belt yet.
But that's Cody, man. He's always been this way. Like the very beginning, I remember, I think it was Double or Nothing. His first match was against Dustin, and he was.
Oh yeah, I want my brother, and he was crying.
Right. Well, it wasn't that. It was the fact of how bipolar he was, because in the build up to the match, I remember he cut a promo, and the Marvez guy was like, Cody.
Well, hold on, so I think PKO was trying to say, TKO, you trying to say something?
No,
it's like your volume. Okay, because it's like your volume is low.
Right. Well, they interviewed Cody, the Marvez dude, that said, "What's your in game, Cody?" And he said that his in game was to kill the Attitude Era, and I was like, "All right, that's different. All right, and then he has the bloody match of Dustin. It's really good. Then he's crying, hugging him, saying, "I want my brother." And I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, in the build up to this match, you're talking about how you want to kill him. Now you're saying you want him? Like, it was all over the fucking place. That was when I knew. I was like, this dude's fucking bipolar. Like, that should be his gimmick. He literally should be the bipolar dream or some shit. Like, just go all the way if it then. You know what I'm saying? But whatever.
Nah, you know what? When Cody was a heel, when he left WWE, we need that version of Cody for real.
At ROH, it worked.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
like
I said, that pre AEW, that was the American Nightmare when he was doing the Bullet Club shit, or and back in the old days where it was like him, Kenny, the Bucks, Marty before he got canceled. That was the American Nightmare. Like, the Bullet Club is fine, the Bullet Club is mine. That was the true Cody, right there.
I want to see that version of Cody after WrestleMania.
Right, and then somewhere along the way,
he was over there kissing. He was kissing Omega and all that shit. I wasn't here for that.
Somewhere along the way, this dude got fucking lost because he dyed his hair blonde and he started. It's like he started to become like he tried to become Dusty, and it was like he had accepted, like pre AEW. It was like he had accepted and come to terms with the fact that he was never going to be Dusty, and so he was just like, "Fuck it, I'm going to do my own thing." But then once AEW became a thing, he tried to become Dusty Light. And it was like, nah, bruh, like go back to how you were. And it's just progressively gotten worse and worse and worse. And I'll say it before, and I'll say it one last time. The only reason that he's lasted this long in WWE is because in WWE, so far, it's just him. No Brandy, no Arn with a Glock, no Nightmare Family bullshit. It's just him. But sooner, it's going to happen. Sooner or later, Brandy's going to show up. He'll probably work something out. Arn will leave AEW and he'll come back over there. Ricky Starks will show up there and he's going to have his whole entourage. And when that happens, he's going to get booed. It's just a matter of time.
Starks is with the Nightmare Family? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Ricky Starks is with
the
Nightmare Family.
No. Starks isn't with the Nightmare Family, but he's not with the Nightmare Family, but he's close friends with Cody. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Right, but it's gonna happen sooner or later. It might be a year, it may be 2 years. It's gonna happen, and he's gonna be. Because I said it then. People were giving me shit, and this is before the Roundtable was even a thing. So this is my first time talking about this. I said then, in like fucking 2018, before AEW even existed, I said this dude is trying to be the next Cena. And people were like, "Oh, what are you talking about? He's nowhere near Cena." And I was like, "Nah, man. Read between the lines. When he talks, he's like a politician. He says a lot without actually saying anything. Always wearing suits. Always sounding like a fucking robot." I said, "This dude is gonna be the next Cena." And now, all these years later, I'm not trying to be mean, but now everyone's caught up to my line and thinking, "Oh yeah, he is Cena." It's like, man, whatever, man. I'm not insulting anybody on the Roundtable or any listeners.
No.
It's like for some reason people only see the big picture when it happens in WWE. It's like y'all playing checkers, I'm playing chess, man.
Well, because you know what it is also because WWE is a bigger platform, so I guess there's going to be more people that's going to realize it. My thing is, I don't mind him being a top babyface because you definitely need that. I was saying that from before when they was over pushing Cena. You know what I mean? I was saying that they needed more top baby faces. They molding this dude. My thing was with all of them emotional shit. Get pissed off. That's the thing that kills me with WWE as a whole. It's like when Kofi was a top babyface champion, and he doing silly shit. Like yo, all y'all motherfuckers real human beings. Do you ever get mad? I get it. Cody does get mad, but this is not a time to be crying. That's all I'm really saying. You got to get pissed off. You are up against a dominant force right now when it comes to the bloodline. The Rock, including himself, objective as it may be, he still makes the bloodline stronger. It's time for you to get focused. Seth Rollins shouldn't be the dominant one on your side. Seth Rollins should just be like, yo, Robin, I'm just gonna back you up. You supposed to be how the fuck is Seth Rollins more pissed than you?
Probably because Rollins is more pissed because he's been made to look less than more than anybody. That's probably why.
Yeah, right. But this dude should be more pissed and more hungry because he he lost the last WrestleMania and he got a second chance again after winning 2 back-to-back Royal Rumble. So he should be extra laser focused.
My main issue is that we're 2 weeks away, and I said it last week, and I'll say it here: we're 2 weeks away, and it doesn't even feel like we're getting a rematch to Cody and Roman. Roman just feels like an
Yeah,
afterthought.
because all we talking
That's
about
the
is The
problem.
Rock. All we talking about
Yeah.
is The Rock cutting his promos. Like I said, they're entertaining, but it's like, yo, this dude literally put the whole shit on his back, talking
I
us
know
all
this
the way to
may
WrestleMania.
I know this may upset some Attitude Era fans, but I'm only speaking this from like a business standpoint. Cody Roman 2, this is like probably, and again, I know this may piss off Attitude Era fans. This is like the biggest rematch in Mania history since like Rock Austin, but it doesn't feel like it at all. It just feels like a complete afterthought. That's my main criticism right now.
And I think the main thing because there's no physicality. Nobody's getting physical. Nobody's not throwing a punch. Right?
Yeah,
Too much.
because Rock's agents and shit, they probably have it set up in his contract that he can't get physical until the show.
Like I said, if
Remember
there was
when
a
they
Saturday, like
remember,
there was a Saturday night main event, all this would disappear.
right?
Well,
Remember
Roman,
because
well,
because I remember
Roman
because if
and
you
Rock,
remember during the Rock Cena build throughout that like the first match, not the second one, the one at Mania 28, they were talking shit for a whole year and they didn't get physical either. Well, Rock gave Cena a rock bottom at Mania 27, but outside of that, like when they were doing their promo battles on Raw, they didn't touch one time, not once, not one time.
Right, Ballet.
So
Just 2 slaps. That's it.
right, right. So I bet you it's his actors. I bet it's his agents and shit saying like you can't take any bumps until the show because they don't want to risk him missing out. Because if he gets hurt, which he probably will be, let's be honest, then that means whatever shit he's going to be filming is going to get delayed, which is going to cost Hollywood money. So, but
well,
it's weird
Roman,
because he's on TV every week. So it's like, damn, like since you're going to be on TV every week, you may as well take some bumps, like Sandman said. So whatever, you know.
who know? I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know if The Rock can even have a full match because this tag team match is gonna go a while.
I'm not looking forward to the fucking entrances, man, because the entrances alone, it's gonna take at least like an
Could be
hour.
3 hours.
Like Jesus Christ.
Right. And plus, I just read a report that Cody might have the band perform his entrance music.
5 hours now.
God.
Oh
God.
man.
I tell you, man,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know if
order
it's-
Domino's and Pizza Hut. Like when they start showing the venue when we're doing the show live, I'm gonna order Domino's and Pizza Hut, and I swear to God, if I get them both and the match still hasn't started yet, Jesus, man.
Yeah, never lie, B. You know they're gonna make this shit a humongous spectacle. Everybody's gonna come and perform, and everybody got to be on the show. That's what I'm saying. That's what it just loses. You know what I mean? The aura of WrestleMania. Like I said, like the showcase of the Immortals that actually meant something. They don't even say that shit no more.
Can I make a reference?
Because it's not. That's why.
Like, can I make a reference real quick?
Of course, go ahead.
Okay. Like, you guys remember, for those of you guys who are fight fans, you guys remember UFC 200, right? And how big of a spectacle it was supposed to be compared to what it
Okay,
became.
you gotta let me know who's the main event on the card, so I'll know. I'll have a better.
It was
understanding.
supposed to be John Jones versus Daniel Cormier, but John Jones.
Okay. I remember.
Yeah. Like John Jones got arrested he got suspended because he was on crack.
I remember that. Yeah. Now go home and go smoke some crack.
And this Mania is coming very, very close to becoming UFC 200. Meaning that it was supposed to be Seth versus Punk Night 1, aka John Jones versus Daniel Cormier.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out to be Anderson Silva versus Daniel Cormier the night of pay-per-view. Not a bad match, but not what it was supposed to be.
And at that time, was it Anderson Silva like almost past his prime, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken?
his second fight after he broke his leg into a new century.
Right, right.
He shattered that leg. I remember that.
I remember that dude stepped back and his leg fucking crumbled. That's what I knew. Something fucked up really happened.
Yeah, he definitely had the severe case of the Sid Justices.
I don't know shit.
And I have to bring that you do.
You know a Sid promo is about to be funny when he goes to the interview and says, "Shut up, fat man." That's what you do.
Live now.
That's what you do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just bring that back.
Sid was great though. I don't give a fuck.
Sid is amazing. Like Sid was like one of the most talented, and it wasn't even on purpose. That shit was by accident how talented he was.
Yeah.
He was so his promos and his matches were so intense. It was funny.
I'm telling you, man. It's just something about them Arkansas dudes. It's just they're just built different, you know.
And then when I figured out he was big on softball, like he was a baseball player. I'm like, stop playing. I'm like, yo, the jokes never end with this dude.
Oh yeah, the softball season.
Like, yo, look at this dude's like over 7 feet. Like, imagine him just coming in the back. Like, I'm not pitching to this dude. The fuck?
Randy Johnson was 7
foot. It was like low key, Sid, and this is what he doesn't get credit for. Sid was like low key my introduction to like the IWC and the YWC. He was my introduction to smart fans because I remember because in 1992 when he eliminated Hogan, the fans cheered.
I remember that.
Because they were tired of Hogan. And WWE has edited it so many times to make it where when Sid eliminated Hogan, the fans booed. But no, I got the original copy on VHS.
I watched it live. And
those fans
I said,
huge.
I said, why
the funny thing is Hogan, Hogan is a hater, yo. He really just pulled him from underneath them.
Right. So I remember like as a kid asking my dad, like, why are they cheering that Hogan got eliminated? And then it happened again in 1996 when he fought Sid when he fought Sean at a Survivor Series, and like fucking Sean's manager Jose Lothario was having a heart attack, and the fans were fucking cheering. I'm like, Sid could have fucking pulled his pants down and took a shit on him, and they still wouldn't cheer because the fans were tired of seeing Shawn Michaels like do strip teases every fucking week, you know. And he went to ECW, and he wasn't like a super like work rate guy. He wasn't like Rob Van Dam or Guerrero or Malenko, but like he was in ECW for a cup of tea, and they cheered him too.
In
he
97,
was cheered everywhere.
Yeah,
in 97,
because he was power bombing the shit out, motherfucker.
Right, that's all he had to do. He just went out there and he got his shit in, and fans just ate it up. Like
I remember the most impressive move I ever seen was when Sid one hand choke slams the motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah, that was a choke slam, the one hand choke slam. He rarely picked you up with two hands. Do you say TKO?
Nah, I was listening to y'all, man.
Okay.
Great.
But yeah, I'll always give Sid his flowers. Like he's definitely up there.
Like and then when he went ahead choke slam a jobber, he just spikes him. Bam! Just dribbles up like a fucking basketball.
Shit. Dark Side of the Ring. What's going on with that? Like, fucking, I do gotta play catch up with that shit. Sometimes I'll be listening. Like when I be at work, I'll be listening to that shit.
They've only done 2 episodes so far. The first one was on
John Tenta,
and the second one was on Bagwell.
Well, they just put out which Dark Sides of the Ring to expect this season. So
I heard that Buff Bag. Matter of fact, I think y'all told me the Buff Bagwell shit is actually real, like funny. It's real good.
Yeah, the most sus moment of the Bagwell one.
Don't say
when it was-
Yeah, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Well, I know they're gonna be talking about sensational Sherry in one of them.
Oh man.
Nice.
Sherry was such a beauty.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
I know one of them, and which is the last one.
What do
I
you mean,
believe
Tati?
it's gonna be.
What's good, Tati?
Hey, I know one of the last ones is gonna be called The Rise of Vince. So
The rise of Vince. What about the fall?
Man, they need a whole season on Vince. A whole damn season. Like, give this dude a whole series of the dog. Just have like what season is this right now they doing?
Dark Side Vince edition.
Bro, just give him a whole season. Give Vince season 5.
Dark Side Vince edition.
oh man,
Fuck that. Like you can't come on, you cannot. One episode would not suffice if they do a Dark Side on Vince. One episode?
Dark Side Vince. Dark Side Vince season.
I want them to do
What
a
I hope
Dark
they
Side
do more of is I hope
movie.
they do more episodes, not just based on people, but like more episodes based on events or like an actual show.
That should have beat 2000 was funny as shit.
Right.
So
Because there's a lot of
five.
crazy shows, that you could just do an episode on, or like an event or something.
What about ECW's first pay-per-view? They haven't done a Dark Side on that yet, right? They should do one on that
yet.
No.
They could.
Because
they'll probably do one on the fall of ECW.
Sound like somebody rolling a joint. Who rolling a joint? I hear that bamboo. Somebody got that bamboo. I hear that.
They'll probably do one on the fall of ECW at some point.
Because New Jack, what he did to that fucking poor teenager, he beat the shit out of him. He said, "I don't give a shit if he dies."
I always remember his name, Mass Transit. That shit was funny to me.
He said, "I don't give a fuck if he dies." Like, oh god.
So yeah, speaking of, make sure y'all check out Tati. Tati be going live like every day. She stay covering mainly when it comes to AEW and Ring of Honor content. And she be talking about Dark Side of the Ring also. So check her out.
Yeah, good check that, man. She's a great wrestling insider.
That's the homie right there. The Montreal Screwdrivers. Oh yeah, that was. I remember seeing that, the Montreal Screwdriver on season 1.
When Hitman went off. when Hitman went off that night, man, it was just, you knew something special was gonna happen. That's why I put Bret Hart up a heel in America run number 5.
What Gigolo show? What Gigolo show you talking about, Ballet?
I think it was one on VH1. Huh?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, okay.
See, there you go. Tati doing a live with Collision. Like, I'll be watching her to catch up when it comes to certain shit like Collision and Ring of Honor. I'll watch her shit to try to catch up.
I'm gonna be watching the Big East tournament final.
What's going on Collision tomorrow?
I think Kyle O'Reilly's wrestling his first match in like 2
Oh
years.
yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember
I'll watch that.
That's great. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Kyle. I'm happy he's back.
What else? That's it? No other matches y'all remember? No other matches going on tomorrow?
Not matches that we give a shit about.
I don't know the full card.
I heard this dude is out of there. Santana. Did Santana contract come up? I think
Santana will be perfect at either TNA or NXT.
I'll send him to TNA as a segment.
Did you hear what?
I remember. Yeah, he's going against a bounty hunter.
I think Santana is the House of Glory champion. I believe that's where Stolen Monsters is at.
I thought this dude. Oh, matter of fact, he's the one that beat Matt Cardona. It was the other way around.
Right.
Okay.
But isn't that Booker T's? Booker T? No, that's
Raza Wrestling.
Yeah. I'll give Booker this. I'll give Booker this. He's got some crazy takes, but when he was doing his school, WWE offered to they paid him money to close his school so he could just be like a full-time coach at the
Announcer.
PC. And Booker said, yeah, he said no. So I'll give him his flowers for that. He wants to do his own thing, which is good.
Booker T's a solid dude. Shibata versus Danielson. Okay, that's a good match.
Nice.
Shibata.
I still trip every time I see Shibata in the ring. Like, that dude should be dead. Wow. What a story.
Half of that roster should be dead. The crazy shit they be doing in AEW. Look at this dude, Darby. This dude, Darby, man.
Oh yeah, Darby broke his leg.
Yeah, Darby now has a broken foot, which means
Broken foot, which means he can't climb Everest, which means he can't die.
Good. Man, that means he can live.
Yeah.
Man, you know Darby don't give a damn.
It's like, who the fuck is this publicist? Like, yo, my dude, Darby, go sit your goofy ass down before you end up in the grave. Like, take some time off. You proved your point. You like nearly invincible in AEW. Just relax.
I think he has little man syndrome. I think he does like crazy shit to fit in. Because Spike Dudley used to do that shit too. If you remember, Spike used to take all kinds of bumps.
Spike used to take some crazy bumps. But Darby, come on. He even had Sting out there taking crazy bumps. Like, if Sting wasn't with Darby, Sting wouldn't be doing that crazy shit either.
Man, Darby was doing doing this crazy shit even when he doesn't have to. I mean,
like I'm telling you, Darby's challenging his inner Debo, wet leg.
When I saw him do that dive at Revolution through that glass, I'm like, this motherfucker here.
Yeah, not even Jeff Hardy was that crazy. And Jeff was crazy, but not that crazy.
He's making Jeff Hardy sane. Let that sink in.
I would say this though. I wish Jeff Hardy was younger, so they would, because they did have that match eventually with Darby and him and Darby. But Jeff Hardy, he's a much older man now. I just wish Jeff was younger when they would have had that match.
If he would have stayed clean and sober, he would have had more of his best years.
Imagine
I think you know what I think it is. Hold on, you know what I think it is when it comes to that. You know what I mean? Him pounding all them drugs in his system. Look at the spots he's done over the years. That shit hurts, and he's basically like drinking away the pain. Yeah, I'm not gonna excuse him. I'm not gonna excuse him for drinking and driving. That shit corny as hell. But I get it. Because when you're in pain, and that's why you got to be easy when it comes to pills, especially when they're prescribed or not. Because you're
right. I was saying that before too because Matt left WWE and Jeff was just there, and there was a period where they just weren't using him. He wasn't really on TV. I remember like when COVID was still pretty bad, he had like that alcohol story with Sheamus that was kind of dumb, but outside of that, he wasn't really doing anything. He wasn't being used. I heard that he was trying to politic to get a match with Roman. They probably would have done that. Then all of a sudden they started using him again. And then, what led to him leaving his departure was he had that live event where he just went in the crowd and he just left.
Yeah, he just started tweaking.
Right.
He was signing autographs and all that. Like, what the fuck is going on?
And then the story was WWE wanted him to take a drug test. And then Jeff said no. Yeah. Right. And so they released him. And it's like, well, do you really blame him because of his history? And then Matt Hardy was defending him, saying that no, he wasn't on drugs. And then later on, when he debuted in AEW, the results were revealed that he was sober and that he was not on drugs. But then I said, well, was he drunk though? Was he drunk?
Because you could piss that shit right out.
Right. So I think what you're saying is 1,000% accurate because because there was a period basically. There was a period there where he just wasn't doing anything, and the reason why he wasn't doing anything was because he wasn't working. He was in catering. But then when he started being used again in WWE, like I'm pretty sure that brought back whatever physical pain that he has in his back and shit. So, like you just said, drinking's probably his way of dealing with it. So,
yeah,
because Matt was the one who was like the alcoholic, and Jeff was the one that was on drugs. Jeff wasn't drinking like that, like back in his prime. Not really.
But like, just imagine Just imagine if the Victory Road thing never happened.
And I love the Antichrist. It wasn't the charismatic Antichrist. The Antichrist
Yeah,
enigma.
the Antichrist of pro wrestling. That's what it's called.
Yeah,
Because
man.
that was the true end. That was the true end of Jeff Hardy, right then and there. Because now Jeff Hardy's untrustable.
Is that a word? Untrustable? That's a word.
I think so.
You need to copyright that.
Like it's sad, and Jimmy is speed racing towards that realization. We can't trust you.
Now, won't that be fucked up? They've doubled down on this Jimmy shit, even though nobody gives a fuck about it. Wouldn't it be fucked up if, like, the week of Jimmy fucks up and gets drunk? That would serve them right.
Well, I would say this: they've been behaving. You haven't heard nothing about them, like especially since they was in that Bloodline storyline.
Yeah, that's because Solo and Roman. That's because Solo and Roman will beat both of their asses.
At this point, I trust Jay. At this point, I trust Jay more than Jimmy because Jay is actually like a legit singles guy. He's got merch. He's got his catchphrase. Like he actually has. Like he's got too much to lose now.
Right.
Jimmy though,
he ain't doing shit. Because you got The Rock. The Rock is a high chief. You got Roman Reigns. He's a tribal chief. You got Jimmy Uso. He's a handkerchief.
No, but there's a story that's going around saying that Naomi and Jimmy broke up when Jimmy had his second DUI.
I can believe that.
I would believe it, but they actually still together. Honestly, from my knowledge.
No. They got back together, but like secretly they broke up.
I mean that. Oh, well, if they fix their marriage, then yeah, but that wouldn't.
Yeah, because marriage is something different. Like you just can't just break up just like that. That's a marriage. You know what I mean? Like it's not like just boyfriend and girlfriend.
I mean, they probably like separated until Jimmy got his shit together, but. As far as getting divorced,
it could be some Will Smith Jada shit where they're just together on paper, but not.
No, that shit is just different. Like she just be burying this dude. She be burying this dude like Jesus.
I don't think Naomi is gonna be that type of chick, but because Jesus Christ.
But it's sad because like the day that you have to watch out for is Friday, that Hall of Fame weekend. Or not Hall of Fame day.
Tati said Jimmy last arrest was in 2022. Trent and Jimmy just celebrated 10-year anniversary. That's what's up, a whole decade of marriage. Peace to them.
Well, they making it through the hard times, so that's good on them.
I've always said this, man, when it comes to pro wrestling and in life, your identity should not be who your partner is. It should be a part of who you are, but it shouldn't be your whole thing. You know, that's why, they look at Miro.
Here's the keys to all this. You have to keep Jimmy busy.
They're not doing that. He's not busy now. See,
he did cut a promo tonight. So
I forgot. I didn't get to see that part though. But I heard Ballet said
all he really did was accept Jay's challenge. That's really it.
These motherfuckers need to be in matches. That's what I'm talking about. Like when it comes to especially Jimmy, right now Jimmy should be put him on Superstars or something. Give him some wins under his belt. Make him look somewhat dominant.
That's why I said give Solo the match against Jay.
What?
Who's calling you?
What the hell is that?
Somebody's calling so. I think
somebody's phone going off.
Or he has it on YouTube. He blocked it. Or he muted
do
himself.
Something. That's what I'm saying. Do something. I don't get it. Like they got all these shows, they got all this money, and it's like I just don't get it. I'm all for promos and all that shit, because you definitely gotta, you gotta sell it. You gotta make people give a fuck. I definitely get it, but violence definitely is better. If we see you look dominant in the ring, that goes with anybody. if you look dominant in the ring, it makes it more believable. That makes
That's
you
why I
look like more of
said.
a threat. You
That's
just
why I
talking
said.
all the damn time. It's like, okay, you spoke. That was a good promo, but so what? What are you gonna do in the fucking ring, you bum?
That's why I said at the time, like Jimmy started interfering in Jay's matches, like give the match to Solo.
That's
I haven't.
yeah. What does Solo do? My bad, TKO. Go ahead.
No, but no, I was just gonna say that. Like, what the hell? Solo is just there in the
Yeah,
background. Like,
this shit is crazy. Solo had a great year last year. For him to just be doing nothing now, he's a complete afterthought.
Solo is the better brother.
That
Like out of the
shit
two.
we'll
weak.
never know.
That's
We'll
why.
never
That's
know
why I
it.
said last year that Roman needed to lose because it's time to move on to the next part of the story. But in order for that to happen, Roman has to lose. But he won, so therefore, since he won, Solo remains the same. He's not doing shit. He's just there.
Solo
So
need. Well, Solo. Well, at this point, put Solo in that U.S. title match. I've been said he should have been the United States champion.
Because
he needs to
I'll even
start. He
say
needs to
this.
start having. He needs to start having actual stories of his own outside of the bloodline. Like you can be part of a faction, but still have beef with somebody. Like
I see what I
you can do
agree,
dual layered
man.
stories.
Like
That's
I
basically
Well,
the
would
you,
say
problem.
this, right? I would say this. Like I would have excused it, given the fact that he did just recently get married, and if he wasn't on TV, he's enjoying his honeymoon, whatever. You know
bro,
what I mean?
he beat the hell out of John Cena, and they
Yeah,
did
and then
nothing with it.
nothing. There's nothing. You
Well,
beat
my
one of the greatest of all time, supposedly. And then after that, nothing. You went on a losing streak. He lost like what 10 straight matches after that shit. What the fuck
what
was the
my
point of him being seen in the first place? This shit
what
I
my
means
mean,
source
nothing.
what my
he
source
lost
told me
10
was the
matches.
reason. Or,
He
go
lost
ahead,
10
TKO.
matches to the same few people. I mean, he lost to Randy Orton, he lost to LA Knight, and he lost to AJ. So
But what my source is telling me is that they're saying that Solo isn't ready yet. Solo isn't ready for
That's
that
hmm,
fine.
run.
He's not ready yet.
That's it's not about him being ready. Basically, all he needs is that they need to start giving him stories outside the bloodline. That's all.
damn
Like
that
what
they
like
need
what
to book him
TKO
like that.
said.
They
Like what
need to book
TKO
him like
said.
that.
TKO said right now it should be this dude Solo as a U.S. champion, not Logan Paul. I agree with that. Solo
Yeah.
should be U.S. champion right now.
Like, don't kill the
That. Like,
messenger.
fuck it. Book him. You need to book him the same way you did on
Nah,
NXT.
who should be U.S. champion is the Santos dude. That's who should be U.S.
Yeah,
champion.
I
That's
I
gonna
like
agree
happen.
with that
I like
That's
the
gonna
too.
happen.
Santos.
That's gonna happen.
I
I
agree
like
with
the
that
Skill
too. I'm
Santos.
down. I'd be down for that.
Give it some time. It'll happen. Once he beat Mysterio, he'll be on his way.
Like
Well,
Santos,
he's got 1 week to do it because that match is happening next week.
like Santos isn't a diabolical heel, but he's getting there.
I like they call him the Emperor now. His name is the Emperor. I like that.
The Emperor of Lucha Libre.
I like
I like
that.
that. I like that.
I
Well, I've
like
been
the
a fan
fact
of
that
him
he's
since Lucha Underground, so I'm just happy he's finally getting
What?
his
He was
opportunity.
there. I didn't know he was. Oh, he was in
Yeah,
a match.
he had a
he was
mask
King
on.
Cuerno. King Cuerno. That
Okay.
was him.
Okay.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was him.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had the mask on.
Yeah,
That's
he
He
had
what
the
made
actually
mask
yeah,
on.
he
Yeah.
actually wanted to leave and they wouldn't let him leave because of that contract he signed. So
No. The best dude in Lucha Underground was Matanza. That fucker.
Everything I cross shall break Matanza.
oh yeah.
That
Man, I
big,
miss Lucha Underground so fucking much, man. That show was so good.
that big fuck.
Word, man. I love Lucha Underground. That shit made John Morrison a star. That shit got me into
No.
Penta. That shit
It's
got
not
me
John
into
Morrison. It's Johnny
Penta.
Mundo.
Johnny Mundo. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, Johnny
Yeah.
That was the best.
See,
That
that
was
was
the-
that was that was that was when
was
Ricochet was cooking. Him and Johnny had like that Iron Man, but they called it
Yo,
all
Prince
night long
Puma.
match.
yeah.
Prince
Right.
Puma. He should bring that character back. Fuck it.
Johnny
Right. And I've
Mundo.
said
That was
and
the
I've said
best.
this before. Like, and I don't. So a friend of mine told me this is a hot take. I'm like, this isn't a hot take at all. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I do not consider Swerve to be a WWE guy because he was in WWE for a cup of tea at most. He was in Lucha Underground way longer. I recognize him as a Lucha Underground guy that TK
But
Kill
been here for
shot.
like 2-3 years, right? 2-3 years.
He
I
was-
think he's been there. I think he's
Yeah.
been there the whole time it was around, right? Because they came up. It was like what 4 seasons of Lucha on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he was there. I think he was there the whole 4 seasons.
He was there.
Yeah.
He was there all 4 seasons, and then Lucha Underground died, and then he went to WWE as Swerve Strickland, but he didn't really do anything there. He wasn't really involved. He doesn't have the resume like that, like in comparison to people like say Adam Cole, Gargano, Ciampa, because Triple H didn't know what the fuck to do with him. Stephanie even admitted that. Then when he finally did win the North American title, he dropped it immediately because he got caught up to the main roster. And then a week
Santos,
later,
right?
he got fired through no fault of his own. Like he was in WWE for a cup of tea at best. Like he was not a. When I hear you're a WWE guy, I think of 2 things: you've won multiple championships in WWE, or you've had like multiple storylines in WWE. He had neither. He had neither. Swerve to me is like what EC3 was in TNA. Like, yeah, he was in WWE, but like TNA is what people know him as. Not, for his run in TNA. Like Swerve is more known for what he's doing in AEW and Lucha Underground than he'll ever be known for anything he did in WWE because they didn't do anything with him. But
The only
Like,
I
that's
don't
what
know.
you're
thing
saying,
building-
right? And like I kind of understand what you're saying, Toph. But if you put it in that terms, like that means that Tommaso Ciampa really isn't a WWE guy. He's ROH guy.
He's not. He's not.
He's
Nah, he's
not
an NXT guy.
Yeah.
mostly.
Yeah.
Just like
Ciampa's an
Gargano.
NXT guy. He's black and gold through and through.
Just like
Right.
Johnny Gargano is. Like
But he's more ROH. Like he's
No,
not.
no.
He was at
When-
ROH longer.
No, it don't matter because when he was on
He had
NXT,
been
he was God level on NXT. That's a fact.
Yeah, true. I'll give you that. That's why he's in my top 10 hero runs list.
There you go.
Yeah. Jim Cornette didn't like him. Another L for Cornette.
Like
Jim Cornette
Jim
was-
Cornette are like nobody but the Midnight Express.
and Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, you can't forget about that. They both got
Like I'm
the
telling you,
same
the
Well,
mold.
he likes Dairy Queen.
Oh, God.
And Wendy's.
Hey, I
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
Wendy's. I like Wendy's.
So do
I
I.
do that. I love Wendy's.
But the most loyal guy that I probably ever seen was Kevin Owens, aka Kevin Steen. Because
yeah, for sure.
because like remember Adam Cole's first theme at ROH? I got something for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good
That was a
theme.
recommendation to Steen. Steen gave him that theme when he left.
Mm.
Oh, nice.
Because that theme was for him, and he said like no, like I'd rather keep my old ROH theme. Cole can have it.
Man, I missed that era of Ring of Honor. That was great. Steen, Dalton Castle, Cole, Jay Lethal, Truth Martini. Yeah, the House of Truth. We are the House of Truth.
You
can't
handle the truth.
How long did this dude Jay Lethal have the belt?
He had it for a long.
Decades.
He was their longest reigning shit. He had it for like he was the champion for like at least 500 plus days. He was great.
He had it for decades.
It was weird too because Triple H got everybody except him. That was
He had it
that
for
was-
Hogan Red.
right. I was like either this dude did something or this guy's just really loyal. I'm guessing he was.
It's what
just
he
really,
did
really
to
loyal.
what he did to his manager. I think his manager said that he gave her like sexual advances. I think.
Wow.
Oh, you talking
Yeah.
about the redhead, right?
What's her name again? I might have forgot her name. Damn.
Yeah, I know you talking.
I know who
about.
you're talking about.
Like it was before she left for TNA.
Yeah. Taylor Hendricks, was that her name?
Taylor
There you
Hendricks,
go.
yeah,
That's her
yeah,
name,
yeah.
yeah.
Taylor
Taylor
Hendricks.
Yeah, just popped up in my head.
That's a damn shame. Like that, but that's how you know she was a nobody. We forgot her damn name.
Yeah, it was weird because I said then I always thought that Ring of Honor, whoever was in charge of creative, it was like they had a redhead fetish. because every chick there, minus the Mandy Leon chick, and I have no idea where the fuck she is. Where is Mandy Leon?
Taylor
Everyone-
Hendricks ate the nicest super kick I have ever seen in my entire life.
Every single chick there except the Mandy chick was like redhead because it was like they had Taylor, they had Maria.
and Taylor, Amanda Leone and Angelina Love.
Oh yeah. They had a different name there though. They weren't the beautiful people. I forgot what they were called.
I wanted to talk about this real quick. I know we touched on it a little bit. Pause, like what was that on Tuesday show? But the shit with Sami Zayn, like how he felt some type of way about the fans being mad at him for being Chad Gable.
Do you take Booker T at his word?
Yeah, he's got no reason to lie about that.
Okay, just asking.
Well, I understand why you would ask that. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I trust Booker T when it comes to locker room stories because he has no reason to lie about that. We told about it like right when the brawl out shit happened. Remember, Booker T told the story years prior. What was it, Sam? Man, what was it like? Punk was in a locker room, and Punk was in a locker room. He came in a locker room, and he was telling everybody to get their shit together because I think the locker room was messy or something. And he considered himself to be. It was like the locker room was messy. He came in there trying to be like the Undertaker, basically telling everybody, okay, like everybody.
And he basically said like he'll he said like he'll whip anybody ass. Now he didn't say it like that, but it was like that's what he was insinuating.
Then Booker T basically walked in there and said,
Booker felt the type of way about that. Like, what you talking about? You talking about me too? And that's when Punk was like, well, I'm not talking about you. I'm saying
right. And then when you do the math, the only time that could have happened, it had to have been that time when Booker T came back for that mini run and like at the very end of 2011, 2012, because that's when Punk was the WWE champion. He beat Del Dipshit at Survivor Series.
Didn't Booker also have a little mini feud with Cody at that time?
Yeah, he did. So it had to have been during that period of time.
He looked good in that match too. He looked good in that match between him and Cody.
Right. So Booker probably looked at him like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Booker T.
Hold on, let me read this. Let me read this quote. What he said real quick. I talked to Sami Zayn actually on Tuesday morning. We were flying to Orlando and we were sitting next to each other on the plane. And I swear, the same thing like you just said. So many people was pulling for Chad Gable in that match. And Sammy, I said, man, what a match, man. I said, what a match. You're going to look back on this one day and say that was the one. That was the one that catapulted me to the next level. That was the one that put me in the light and let people see exactly what I can do.
That was the match, Booker. So I guess this match with Roman. I guess the match with Roman escaped your radar.
Now, but there's some Booker T. There's some Booker T things that you just kind of laugh about. With the whole whoop that trick, what that trick, yeah.
Yo, that was funny that you really had to whoop that trick chant during the Rock concert. That's how you know Trick is over.
Star, bro.
That's how you know Trick is over.
All I know is if they don't fucking get Terrence Howard to fucking make it like when Trick inevitably has his call up and when he inevitably has a WrestleMania match, man, you better fucking call Terrence Howard and whoever else.
It's not Terrence Howard. It's DJ. You gotta call him DJ.
They should do it twice. They should do it once. April 7th for Stand and Deliver. Have somebody perform whoop that trick, and then Mania just bring in 10 Tower and just have everything.
I would do like this.
I'm still mad. I
would have 3-6 Mafia first. Have 3-6 Mafia pull up and perform, and then on WrestleMania. Not this WrestleMania, of course, but like next year's WrestleMania, have DJ perform at that WrestleMania. Bam, there you go.
I'm still mad. I'm still mad. It took them like 2 decades to like kind of join this train, but all right.
And that's the thing. They had 3-6 Mafia there from before. Remember, they did somebody going to get the ass whipped.
Yeah, they
Like,
performed Mark Henry's
right. They
theme.
performed that on SmackDown. So it's like, you
I don't know
can't have to
why they did
perform
it on
Whoop That Trick.
SmackDown. I don't know why they did that on a random SmackDown, but
Yeah,
okay.
that was a waste.
Like
But
on
that
That's
Raw,
was
just
a
like
good
on-
moment.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, because UPN was the black network. That's why.
You ain't never lie.
No, but they did bring in Travis Scott on Monday, didn't they? Yeah, they did.
Yeah, what did he
Yeah,
do?
he
I
was
didn't even
there.
watch that. Like, what did he
All
do?
he
Shit.
was do-
Nothing.
he didn't do nothing. All he did was slap fives with Jey Uso and sit in the crowd.
Oh God.
He ain't did shit.
And that's what I was like. I give AEW a little bit of props with. You know, they definitely have, what I mean, like a Kevin Gates or Action Bronson.
That's a
They'll
big
have
motherfucker.
them get active. The only thing is that they don't follow up with it. But they definitely have them active. But now that I think of it, there
That's
are
one big
times when
motherfucker.
they're inactive. Look at what they did with Jermaine Dupri. This dude, Jermaine Dupri, just came out there with Jay Cargill and just said
Bow
hi.
Wow.
And Bow Wow, yeah, that Bow Wow storyline with him and Jay Cargill, that show's about to grow some legs.
If
And he
Mania,
just squandered it.
When I was a teenager, bro, every time I saw Jermaine Dupri, I had to take a shower because this dude was always sweating. Made me feel like I wasn't clean.
I never noticed that. You stupid. I never noticed. You said he's like this. He's like Meek Mill. Both of them look like they don't bathe.
Uh,
no, but to me, what they should do is that if Mania goes back to Atlanta, they should pick that storyline back up with him and Jade.
Oh yeah, they'll be back down here eventually. Hell,
I'll be
that'll
right
probably be
back,
the one
y'all.
I
Y'all
go to.
continue on. I'll be right back. Yo, hit that thumbs up. Thanks for the thumbs, y'all. We got over 10 likes already. We breaking records over here, B. I'll be right back.
Like I remember, who remembers this? Who remembers when like the first stalker storyline, right? I think it was Sable and Kane's girlfriend. Got her name.
I think I remember this vaguely. Vaguely, maybe.
Tori. There you go.
Tori. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then like the stalker with the face was like, how's the stalker the face?
That's how I felt about the Dexter dude. What was his name?
Dexter
Loomis.
Yeah, Dexter Loomis. Right, because when he made his debut on WWE, it was during COVID, so there were no fans, and I was like, wait, this guy's a stalker. It made me wonder, like, how would an actual audience react to him? And of course, when the fans came back, he got no reaction, and I was like, yeah, that about sounds right. So,
I mean, his gimmick is, he doesn't talk, so which is crazy because he actually can, but
right.
Like that made Mickey James a freaking that stalker storyline made Mickey James a freaking star.
Oh yeah. They don't want to
because
do that. They don't want to do those stories anymore because they're like,
Oh, no.
But yeah,
they'll never do those stories no more because fans are too sensitive now.
I'm wondering like what AEW is doing with Mariah May because they have like elements of it because she's like a fangirl of Tony Storm. But if they want to, they could go with the stalker like thing if they wanted to, because the character Tony Storm is over the top and comedic anyway. So
like give her like how Mickey James was, like how Mickey James was towards Trish Stratus.
Well,
So you would make
they already have Maya May dressing like her, so
right, and that's a story
you would
too.
turn Tony Storm face.
That's it. Well, she's already face. That's the thing. She's not booed.
Okay.
She's not booed. You know,
It's
so
like, and that's a funny thing. It's like she tries her best to get heel heat, but it's not working. Like we loving it too much to boo her.
Right. Because you mentioned she dresses up like Tony Storm. There's a story there because when Mariah is just Mariah, I mean she's a very lovely girl, but when she's just doing her own thing, Tony ignores her. Like she just no sells her. But then when she dressed up like Tony Storm, now all of a sudden Tony is acknowledging her. So
Yeah.
that's funny.
So I didn't see when she was. Is she dressing up like the old school Tony Storm or Tony Storm current?
The old
Old
school.
Oh, the
school
old
Tony
school
Storm.
one.
Yeah, but
Okay.
The
the Tony
crazy
Storm.
part is she looks just like her too. That's the
Yeah, she
crazy part.
does.
Like
Yeah.
Man.
Oh wow. So Deanna Purrazzo's teaming up with Thunder Rosa. Okay.
Okay,
nice,
cool. That's cool. That's
nice,
cool.
nice.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's Tony Storm, Maya May versus Deanna and Thunder Rosa next week. Okay.
You see,
Cool.
you
Like
see,
I,
TNA. This is what I'm talking about, man. You got to have sex appeal in your division. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, like we all like that's the thing, and you got females out there that look good and could fucking wrestle. Take advantage. It's
I'm
not like
telling you,
these
No
motherfuckers want to
offense.
be snatching
No
up
offense, TNA,
what's her
but
name? Eva
fucking
Marie and shit. Like,
no
yeah,
offense.
she may
I'm telling
look.
you, the second I realized TNA had no sex appeal, that like remember that midget chick, that Puerto Rican chick.
Who?
Which one?
Who?
Like she's in TNA.
Ivelisse?
No. She had like
Oh.
a really big security guard chick with her.
Oh, like in TNA
um,
right now?
Yes.
who's that?
Oh, okay.
Damn.
I don't know. I don't watch. I'm
Just
not
Giselle
familiar with
Giselle
her name
Shaw?
right now.
Hold on, give me a
Tasha-
second. Let me
wait,
try and
Tasha
find it.
Steele. Is it Tasha Steele or
There you
Giselle
go, Tasha
Shaw?
Steeles.
Tasha Steele, yeah.
Look, I saw Tasha Steeles. I was like, she looks fucking 12. She looks-
It's like she's a
Well,
she's a mix between Sasha Banks and Carmella.
but she looks 12.
yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. Like, I'm glad you mentioned her. Her and Eddie Edwards' wife, Alicia Edwards.
Yeah,
right.
everything.
All the like the majority of their girls now have like the same body type as those two chicks. And that's okay to have one or two chicks that look like that. But like when 75% of your roster has that same body type, like this ain't it, bro. You gotta have diversity.
No
know?
offense, but fucking NXT's chicks have more sex appeal than TNA. I mean,
Yeah,
They look like middle school girls too.
they do, but they got more. They do, but they got more of it than more sex appeal than TNA's chicks too. I mean, look at
telling
this.
you.
Let's
look at
really be
this
real. You
fucking-
got motherfuckers lusting over Riho and shit. Like I don't see it.
They
Like,
they lusting over this Lola Vice chick. Come on now.
Rio look like she's wearing a pamper.
Now Riho look like a preschooler for real.
Hey, you say it,
yeah,
you say it
definitely.
wrong. You say it wrong. Everybody goes, Riho.
Riho.
Oh man.
The fuck out of here. That bitch could get the fuck up out of here early.
I'm just old enough to remember when they had fucking diversity. They had Daphne, they had the beautiful people, they had
and Daphne was low key sexy, B. She was like what they called her, zombie hot. There you go.
Yeah, zombie hot. Yeah,
When
zombie
she
hot.
was the
Rest in
governor.
peace, though.
When she was
Rest
the
in
governor, I
peace
said,
to
"What the fuck is all
Daphne.
this?" What the fuck?
Right, they had like Daphne, the beautiful people. They had Terry Terrell, had Gail Kim, had Mia
Terrell looked
Yim. They had
That
Marty
kid-
Bell.
That
Oh,
cameraman must have
other
been
people say that shit too. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's what she looks like though. Ballet. She look like she wears a diaper. And you got dudes lusting over like, oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes. Whacking off their little.
Who's
shrimp.
lusting over Riho?
We call those people
Yo,
pedophiles.
motherfuckers really think Riho is sexy as fuck. I'm like, I
And
mean,
we-
that's your if that's your thing, that's your thing. But it's like I don't see it.
And we,
My
and
thing
we,
is this, man. My
Riho
thing is
looks like
this. I don't really give a fuck about that. My thing is, and I'm not attacking anybody here. My thing is just keep the same energy, because people talk about, oh, she's too small, she's not believable, and I hear that, but it's like, dude, she's the same fucking size as Alexa Bliss and AJ Lee, and the same people who say Riho's too small were big AJ Lee fans, and y'all didn't say shit back then. Y'all also didn't say shit when Alexa Bliss, because Alexa Bliss, she'd be wrestling like Nia Jax,
Always
Shayna
thought Alexa Bliss
Baszler,
was trash.
Charlotte Flair. Like, she's just as small, and they don't say anything. So,
Oh man,
to me,
speaking of, yo, Malik, if you out there, yo, we wish you well, B. It's been a minute. Yo,
Right.
shouts go out to Malik, man. Like, you just reminded me, talk about laundry. He couldn't stand Alexa piss.
Yeah.
Yo, shouts go out to
that's,
Malik,
not the,
man.
that's not the issue. That's not the issue. Scott Scott and Sasha Banks.
Right,
Scott.
right.
That guy.
I've just
Lord.
noticed, and I'm not attacking anyone here. I've just noticed that there seems to just be a lot of fans that attack small Japanese chicks, but then like when it's a small white chick or a small Latino chick or a small black chick, like them same dudes don't have anything to say. Like it really gives me like Cornette vibes, if you know what I mean.
Man, you
Like
know
that's what.
full well. Man, you know you can't trust these wrestling fans when it comes to female wrestlers. Come on now.
For a matter
They
of fact,
gotta
Right.
Scott, and name your woman.
And I'm sure AJ Lee, is a nice lady, but when she was in her prime, like I could never get into her shit either because she was so fucking skinny. You could literally see her exoskeleton. I'm using like fucking biology terms.
Exoskeleton.
Like if I can see like
Is it
you're
an endo?
doing, like,
I think it's endo. Is it endo?
endoskeleton.
Yes, endoskeleton.
If you're like the thing that Liv Morgan does, she goes to the ring and then like she does the thing like where she kind of like she props her body like on the ropes and stuff. AJ Lee used to do the same thing, but like you could see her fucking rib cage. Like ain't no one trying to see that shit, bro.
Yeah, like the thing that killed me was that octopus stretch she did, and chicks used to be tapping out. I'm like, come on, stop. How the
Right,
hell
right.
you
That shit
tapping
wasn't.
out? This Shorty's like 80 pounds, and you tapping out to that? Knock it off.
Know who's starting to look like, or like they're starting to like kind of like cosplay as like starting to like cosplay as AJ Lee.
Ooh.
Roxy.
Yeah, I was just about to say, yeah.
Roxy, yeah, I'm kind of digging the Roxy heel.
But
turn
Roxy got a little bit more weight on her leg. She's a little more thicker than AJ. You know what I'm saying?
Like she's starting to talk like AJ too.
Like,
you know,
like when it comes to that, it's a little more believable when it comes to Roxy. When she does like a submission hold or whatever, it's a little bit more believable. Like AJ, it wasn't. Like I agree with Toph. Like it was, she was. How tall is she? As a matter of fact, she's like what 5'2".
That's
I
what I'm
think she's
saying.
5
It's so
foot flat.
small. It's so small. I remember vividly one match. It was when they were doing the brand warfare bullshit years back. They did Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte Flair, and I'm not even a Charlotte fan, but like Charlotte was like twice as tall as Alexa, and like fucking 50% of the match was Charlotte selling, and I'm like, what the fuck? This is stupid.
You call that selling? Good lord.
I remember a match she had with Nia Jax. It was like ass backwards, where like Alexa Bliss was like the heel and Nia Jax was the face, and I was like, "What is this?" And like Nia was selling for Alexa Bliss for like 5 minutes.
You'll never expect me to believe that Nia Jax is a baby face in a feud with Alexa Bliss. Good lord.
Like I remember
that was terrible.
I remember that there was like this old promo, and it was like Razor staying in the ring, and like Razor said, "Who can beat me, man? Who can beat me, huh? Who can beat me?" And then like out of nowhere, you can hear Bobby Brain say, "No, man, amigo." I was like, "Oh."
And but that Nia Jax feud was terrible. Like how you have Bliss versus Jax on the main card, but you have Sasha versus Bailey, which was a bigger story, relegated to a battle royal. Good lord.
Oh man, you ain't never lie.
That was the worst.
Like to me,
thanks for the likes. Thanks for the likes. Everybody, y'all awesome. B. Thanks for pulling up. For the new subbies out there, whoever's gonna watch this upload, look, we go live every Tuesday and Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern. B. What time? what time we go live in the West Coast, Black Star?
7 p.m. in the West Coast.
7 p.m. in the West Coast, B. So there's no excuses. Y'all pull up. Let's talk the old-fashioned wrestling.
It's your SmackDown. It's your SmackDown preview show.
Right. Y'all gonna get y'all spoilers. Y'all gonna get spoilers, B. You know what I mean? Because over here in the Midwest or in the East Coast or even down south, like we already watching SmackDown. So, oh well.
I remember one time I was watching SmackDown on UPN, right? And like it was the night when Brock Lesnar beat the shit out of Hulk Hogan.
Mm.
And then like I got the spoilers that Brock Lesnar was gonna whoop his ass.
You should
But I
have whooped
watched
his ass.
but I watched the match because like it came on. I think it came on like around like I think it was on a Saturday, I believe.
Yeah.
And like it was 8:00 and like it was right before like it was during the summer. So it was like right after like a Red Sox Yankees game on Fox. So we sat down, we watched the Red Sox Yankees game.
Yeah.
And then like I flipped it to UPN to watch Brock. Or not Brock, Hogan Brock. And like Hogan beating the shit out of him like he stole something. I thought like Hogan has to be leaving because Brock is beating the dog shit out of him.
No,
That's
he
when
ended up.
tapped with the Brock lock.
Oh,
No,
yeah. Pause.
man.
He did though. Pause that, but it is what it is.
Right, what most don't know is that Hogan tried to politic to Vince to
What?
he wanted to face Brock at Survivor Series and beat him, and Vince was like, "Fuck off."
Yeah,
Which I agree with, which I agree with, but then he turns around and has Brock lose to fucking Big Show. Like, get the fuck out of here, Vince.
Really? AJ is 5'2"? You serious? That can't be true. No, AJ. Oh, AJ Lee, excuse me.
Yeah.
I mean, Brock losing to Big Show wasn't all that unbelievable, but yeah, he only held that shit for like a month, didn't he?
The ass whooping festival that Brock used to give people.
No, the thing is with that, it didn't make any sense because this dude Brock was dominant, and Paul Heyman, he just turned on Brock for no reason.
I got it right here. Right, here's the stats. Now remember, this is build, so there's always exaggeration in wrestling. Riho's build is 5'1", weighing 99 pounds.
4'11". 4'11".
Kiera Hogan is 4'11". That'll make wow.
Right, Riho's build is 5'1" and 99 pounds. Alexa Bliss, last time she was on TV, was billed as 5'1", 102 pounds. Again, no bigger than Riho. AJ Lee, 5'2". Now she's built a little bit more at 115 pounds, but it's all the same. They're all small chicks. So that's why I say anyone that attacks Riho, and again, like I get the criticism, like that's fine, but it's not the people that I think that think she's too small. That's not what gets me. Is that the people that say she's too small, but then don't say anything for AJ Lee, Alexa Bliss, or like I don't know, man. It just gives me Cornette vibes.
Each time you hear a person's height, you add or you subtract 2 inches.
Yeah, because you know they gotta exaggerate it a little bit.
Right. Yeah. I looked up Kiera Hogan. She's built as 4'11", 114 pounds.
4'9". She's like the same height as a teenager.
Man, this is why.
But Kiera, she's thick though. I don't just mean her ass. Like she actually has like calf muscles, so she doesn't appear as small on television when I see her though.
Right, and all the weight goes straight to her ass, man.
Let me see what Mercedes is.
She's lucky. Diamante is lucky to have her ass. Shit.
Oh wow, Mercedes is taller than I thought. She's 5'5". That's what she's built as.
5'3".
Okay. Okay.
She's probably 5'5" in them heels. Shit.
She's 5'5" in wrestling boots.
Probably.
Yeah. Like I remember what people said, Johnny McDonald's listed at 7'11". 7'11" my ass. 7'3".
Talk about Baszler pulling up at GCW.
Yeah, Shayna Baszler.
I was shocked when I heard that.
WWE's actually letting their superstars wrestle somewhere.
Right. That's what I was talking about. That's what Triple H needs to do more of. If he starts doing that more, then when it's time to sign free agents, it may make WWE look more attractive.
They'll jump at the offer. Yeah, they'll jump at the offer.
Right.
And this is how you know it's a different morale, because shit.
Yeah, when it comes to shit like this, yeah, I definitely appreciate this,
Yeah,
and
it's
hopefully this is the beginning of something new. You know, when it comes to WWE, just playing well with others.
back in
It's
the day.
okay to do. It's okay to have some superstars, especially the ones that you're not using. Have them venture out and do cross promotions. Why not?
And you know what? You had Jordan Grace appear in the Royal Rumble. Why not do a partnership with TNA?
Yeah,
Back
and
in
it's
the
like the
day.
first time they did it. Remember from before, they had Mickey James pull up at the female Rumble.
Like
Yeah.
according to
Like,
Angle,
what's the problem?
there's going to be more.
I mean, there should be. Like, why not?
Like Mania weekend is going to be a shitload of WWE people doing different bookings.
And I'm all for it. Honestly, they should. They should have been did this. To be honest with you.
Now, but back in the Vince days, it was life sucks. And then,
Yeah, it's like damn, like everything WWE. The shit that insulted people intelligence was when he did the whole what was that the best in the world tournament. I'm like,
oh God,
stop,
Shane,
like
jeez.
please
Oh, that was
stop.
the best in the world.
And then yeah, it's like yo,
And you
first of
gave
all,
it to
everybody's in
Sheamus, man.
WWE that's in the tournament, and then not only that, you have your son win that. Oh man, that shit was retarded.
You had all the wrong people in the tournament to begin with. To be honest with you,
I'm surprised Brock didn't that Royal Rumble. I'm surprised Brock didn't knock him to the next century.
Yeah, that
I
shit with
would
Shane
rather-
was funny though.
I would rather Brock Lesnar win that shit. To be honest with you, good lord,
Like I'm surprised Brock didn't knock Shane to the year 2000.
I didn't want.
Speaking of Shane, shout outs to Snoop Dogg for improvising after Shane tore his quad or whatever the fuck happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Dude,
we got no
dude
update
injured
on that either.
himself.
The dude just disappeared.
I saw that shit.
This dude
I remember
really
laughing.
injured
I
himself.
was like, kids, any kids watching, this is why you do your stretches before you exercise.
Like all of a
This is
sudden,
what-
like all
this
of a
is
sudden,
why Shane probably thought he was still shadow boxing. Good
the
lord.
crowd, the crowd was going like the crowd was like kind of loud, and then all of a sudden you just heard a pop and silence.
You were didn't you hear the pop too? Like you just heard a little pop.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
man.
Like you
What
heard
was
a
great
loud
was
pop
like
and
Miz stayed in character and kept running the ropes anyway. That was what made it funny.
It sounded like his quad. It sounded like his quad popped on the boom mic. Like
Yeah,
wherever the boom mic was, that's where his quad popped at because you could hear it super loud.
that shit sounded like a home run. Shit.
Like,
But anyways, let's get up out of here, B. I ain't gonna lie. I got a long weekend ahead of me.
That shit sounded like an Aaron Judge home run.
I got a long few days ahead of me. But we're gonna pull up again on Tuesday, B. You know the vibes.
I'll tell you, that shit sounded like an Aaron Judge home run.
Word.
Word, man.
Get up out of here. Once again, you already know the vibes. You know, stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for pulling up. Tuesday, we're gonna do it again, B.
Good night, you fucks.
Peace out. Good.